After part 3, here is part 4, live process important questions. In part 4, question number 1 is, what is respiration? Respiration क्या है? It is a process in which we take oxygen from air. This oxygen goes into our cells. By using this oxygen for releasing energy by burning food and the eliminating or the removal of the waste product like carbon dioxide and water from the body is known as respiration. In this process, energy is released in the cells of the body, and because it happens in the cells, so it is also known as cellular respiration. The chemical equation for respiration is C6H12O6 plus 6 molecules of oxygen gives 6 molecules of carbohydrates, water molecule and energy in the form of ATP. Why respiration is essential for life? Respiration is essential for life because it provides energy for carrying out all the life processes, whether it is nutrition, digestion, reproduction, transportation, excretion. We need energy. So from where we get the energy? By the process of respiration. So it is very necessary to keep the organism alive. Without respiration, we can't live. Third question is, how breathing is different from respiration? Now, in general language, we say that respiration is taking of oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide. This is wrong. This is the definition of breathing only. Breathing is a part of respiration. In breathing, you can write, it is a simple process by which organisms obtain oxygen from the air and release carbon dioxide. And it is a physical process. It involves lungs only. But in the process of respiration, it is a complex process, not a simple process. And it includes breathing as well as the oxidation of food, burning of food in the cells of the organisms to release energy. It is both physical and chemical process because it includes breathing also and chemical reaction is also there. Now, it involves the mitochondria in the cells where food is oxidized. So here lungs plus cells of the organisms are required. So these are the difference between breathing and respiration. Next question is, respiration is just opposite of photosynthesis. Justify. You have to justify this, that respiration is just opposite of photosynthesis. Now think of photosynthesis process. In photosynthesis process, we need carbon dioxide, water and sunlight energy to release oxygen and to make food. Is that clear? Now in case of respiration, opposite of that, we need oxygen by which the glucose is break down to release carbon dioxide, water and energy, which are ultimately the reactants of the photosynthesis. In this way we can justify that respiration is just opposite of photosynthesis. Now in question number 5, how energy released during respiration is stored? How energy is released? Now we know that energy is formed in the process of respiration. Now question is there, how it is stored? The energy produced during respiration is stored in the form of ATP molecules, as we know. And when we need this energy, we can use that energy. Okay. These ATP molecules need some ADP and inorganic phosphate molecule. ADP combines with inorganic phosphate by absorbing energy. It is an endothermic reaction and released during respiration to form ATP molecules, which are of very high energy. So, ADP molecule having low energy combines with inorganic substance phosphate. It needs energy and they form ATP molecules having high energy, which is used by the organism as and when required. Now next question is question number 6. Where is energy stored in ATP used? The energy stored in ATP is used by the body cells for various purposes like contraction of muscles, conduction of nerve impulses, synthesis of proteins, and many other activities related to functioning of cells. In fact, ATP is known as energy currency of cells. Next question is, in which type of respiration more energy is released? So, energy is released in aerobic respiration. What is aerobic respiration? Which takes place in the presence of oxygen. The respiration going inside the mitochondria is aerobic because it occurs in the presence of oxygen and it gives us carbon dioxide, water, and energy in the form of ATP molecules. Next question is question number 8. What are the different ways in which glucose is oxidized to provide energy in various organisms? Now here are the pathways of breakdown of glucose. It involves various steps. Now in first type, we discuss about aerobic respiration. What is aerobic respiration? Simple. Respiration which uses oxygen is called aerobic respiration. Then this aerobic respiration in which the glucose food is completely break down into carbon dioxide and water, it produces a considerable amount of energy which is used by the organisms, which is stored in the form of ATP molecules. Now in anaerobic respiration, just opposite of aerobic respiration, the respiration which takes place without oxygen. It means in the absence of oxygen. This is known as anaerobic respiration. In anaerobic respiration, the microorganisms in anaerobic, not anaerobic, ignore this. In anaerobic respiration, the microorganisms like yeast, Y is missing here, yeast, break down glucose into ethanol and carbon dioxide and releases energy. This happens in the absence of oxygen. This energy is then used by the microorganisms. Anaerobic respiration produces much less energy, in which the energy is stored in ATP molecules. So as compared to aerobic respiration, anaerobic respiration produces less energy. Now in the lack of oxygen, anaerobic respiration also takes place in our muscle cells. Here they produce lactic acid in the lack of oxygen. Now what are the differences between aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration? So number 1, aerobic takes place in the presence of oxygen, anaerobic takes place in the absence of oxygen. Complete breakdown of food occurs in anaerobic respiration. Partial breakdown of food occurs in anaerobic respiration. Now the end products of aerobic respiration are CO2 and water, and the end products of anaerobic respiration may be ethanol, carbon dioxide, or lactic acid in muscle cells. Now third difference is aerobic respiration produces a considerable amount of energy. Much less energy is produced in anaerobic respiration. So this is the difference, that we get less energy production in anaerobic respiration as compared to aerobic respiration. Question number 10, you see here in the picture, name the substance whose buildup in the muscles during vigorous physical exercise may cause cramps. So your answer is just below the cramps. This is lactic acid. What is this? The answer is your lactic acid. When lactic acid is produced by the anaerobic respiration in the lack of oxygen in the muscle cells, it produces lactic acid which causes cramps in the muscles, which causes pain in the muscles. In question number 11, how respiration in plants differs from that in animals. How all the parts of the plant like root, stem, leaves, they perform respiration individually. Okay. On the other hand, an animal performs respiration as a single unit. Now, during the respiration in plants, there is a little transport of respiratory gases, little transport. On the other hand, respirated gases are usually transported over long distances inside an animal. Now, the third difference is the respiration in plants occurs at very slow rate. On the other hand, the respiration in animals as well as we human beings, we are also social animal, occurs at a much faster rate as compared to plants. Now in question number 12, which part of root is involved in the exchange of respiration gases? Which part of the root? It is not lenticle, it is root hair. Root hairs, we can say root hairs, they are involved in the exchange of respiratory gases in case of roots. Lenticles are in case of stem. By which process plants get oxygen? Plants have a branching shape, so they have a quite large surface area comparison to their volume. Therefore, diffusion is the process. Because all the cells, they are in direct contact with the environment, diffusion is a process in the plant. As the need for respiration, diffusion occurs in the roots, stems, leaves of the plant. In roots, in root hair part, in stems by lenticles, and in leaves through stomata. By the process of diffusion, the exchange of gases or the process by which plants get oxygen. Next, question number 14. Describe the process of respiration in the following parts of the plant: in root, stem and leaves. First of all, in roots, plants take the oxygen required for respiration from the air present in between the soil particles of the process of diffusion. Now here, the roots have extensions of epidermal cells of root called root hair. ओके, एपिडर्मल सेल्स जो हैं उनकी एक्सटेंशंस को रूट्स में हम क्या बोलते हैं? रूट हेयर, विच आर इन कॉन्टैक्ट विद द एयर इन द सॉइल. नाउ द ऑक्सीजन डिफ्यूजेस फ्रॉम रूट हेयर्स एंड रीचेस ऑल द अदर सेल्स ऑफ द रूट फॉर रेस्पिरेशन. CO2 gas produced in the cells of the root during respiration moves out through the root hairs by the process of diffusion. इसी root hair से डिफ्यूजन के लॉ से फ्रॉम हाई टू लो कंसंट्रेशन CO2 एंड ऑक्सीजन gases are exchanged, okay, during respiration. Thus the respiration in roots occurs by diffusion of respiratory gases through the root hairs. Secondly, in stems of herbaceous plants, herbs, here are the herbs, green plants, green small plants, they are known as herbaceous plants, takes place through stomata. Okay, in stems of herbaceous plants it takes place through stomata, but the oxygen from the air diffuses into the stem of the herbaceous plant through stomata and reaches all the cells for respiration. The carbon dioxide produced diffuses out through stomata. In woody stems the bark has lenticles for the exchange of gases. यहाँ पे आप समझिए एक बात कि herbaceous plants की जो stem होती है ना बेटा, वो ग्रीन कलर की टेंडर स्टेम्स होती हैं, नाजुक सी, वहाँ पे स्टोमेटा के थ्रू होता है. ठीक है, स्टोमेटाज आर देयर. बट अगर वुडी स्टेम्स हैं, ठीक है, वुडी स्टेम्स हैं तो उनकी बार्क में लेंटिकल्स होते हैं, स्मॉल पोर्स, देयर आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द एक्सचेंज ऑफ गैसेस. तो दोनों ही कंडीशन आपको मेंशन करनी है इन केस ऑफ स्टेम्स. नाउ एज यू नो, द लीव्स ऑफ द प्लांट दे हैव टाइनी पोर्स कॉल्ड स्टोमेटा थ्रू विच द एक्सचेंज ऑफ रेस्पिरेटरी गैसेस टेक्स प्लेस बाय डिफ्यूजन. Now oxygen from air diffuses into a leaf through stomata and reaches all the cells. where it is used for respiration, and the carbon dioxide produced diffuses out from the leaf into the air through stomata. Now next is when anaerobic respiration takes place in our muscles. So anaerobic respiration takes place in muscles during vigorous physical exercise, when we are doing some running, jogging, exercise, some other exercise, when oxygen gets used up faster. So during exercise we use oxygen at a fast pace in the muscle cells that can be supplied by the blood. Okay, तो यहाँ पे शॉर्टेज हो जाती है ऑक्सीजन की, उतनी ऑक्सीजन पहुँच नहीं पाती मसल सेल्स में, तो वहाँ पर इन द लैक ऑफ ऑक्सीजन जो रेस्पिरेशन की टाइप बन जाती है वो है एनारोबिक. तो दैट इज़ वाई एनारोबिक रेस्पिरेशन टेक्स प्लेस इन मसल्स. तो वहाँ पर हमारा क्या प्रोड्यूस होता है, लैक्टिक एसिड. और ऐसी कंडीशन कब होती है, जब हमें शॉर्टेज हो जाती है ऑक्सीजन की ड्यूरिंग सम फिजिकल वर्क और एक्सरसाइज.